If you are a man over the age of 50, 60, or even 70, and you want to maintain strong, reliable erections, then today's message is especially for you. Many men believe that aging automatically means weaker sexual performance, but that is simply not true. The real issue isn't age, it's circulation, hormones, and the cumulative impact of lifestyle choices, and sometimes all it takes is one small daily habit to create a long-lasting change. Now, most men start their day with a cup of coffee. What many don't realize is that your morning coffee can become one of the most powerful tools to support your erection quality if you add the right ingredient to it. Coffee already increases circulation and boosts alertness, but when paired with a proven natural enhancer, it can dramatically strengthen blood flow to the pelvic region. So, what should you add to your coffee? Pure unsweetened cacao powder, not chocolate syrup, not sweetened cocoa, but raw cacao. This simple ingredient is packed with flavonoids, antioxidants, and compounds that protect blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and increase nitric oxide levels, the very same pathway that most erectile dysfunction medications work on. When nitric oxide rises, your blood vessels relax, widen, and allow more blood to flow into the penis, resulting in stronger, firmer, and longer-lasting erections. When men age, their nitric oxide levels naturally drop. That's one of the main reasons erections become weaker. But cacao directly reverses that decline. Its flavonols nourish the lining of your blood vessels, making them more flexible and more responsive. In other words, you're not just boosting erections for tonight, you're strengthening the entire vascular system that supports sexual health. Most importantly, cacao also supports testosterone. It contains magnesium, zinc, and compounds that reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that destroys testosterone production. When your testosterone rises naturally throughout the day, you feel more energetic, more confident, and more virile. And the best part, cacao blends perfectly with coffee. Just 1 teaspoon a day can make a noticeable difference within weeks. No side effects, no synthetic chemicals, no complicated regimen. But here's the truth. Adding cacao to your coffee works best when paired with consistent habits, staying hydrated, walking daily, sleeping well, and avoiding excessive sugar. Erections are not only a sign of sexual health, they are a sign of cardiovascular health. When you protect your arteries, you protect your masculinity. So if you want to keep your erections strong even after 70, don't depend on chance or wait for things to get worse. Start your day with intention. Start your day with something that supports your body, your confidence, and your relationship. One small change can give you back the energy and strength you thought you had lost. And it starts with your morning cup of coffee. Most men believe that maintaining strong erections as they age is purely a matter of genetics or good fortune, but that is far from the truth. Erections are deeply connected to overall health, especially the health of your blood vessels, hormones, and daily lifestyle choices. The body does not suddenly become incapable at 50, 60, or even 70. Instead, it responds to how well you nourish it, how consistently you move it, and what kinds of stress you expose it to. Think of erections as a reflection of your internal environment. When your blood flow is strong, your arteries flexible, your hormones balanced, and your cardiovascular system functioning efficiently, your sexual performance follows naturally. When these systems weaken, erections weaken too. This isn't a sign of Jing, but a sign of declining vascular and metabolic function, both of which can be improved at any age. One of the simplest, most overlooked ways to support your erection health is by paying attention to your morning routine. Every day you already do something that directly affects your metabolism, focus, and energy levels. You drink coffee. Most men enjoy their coffee as a habit, a source of alertness, or a comforting ritual. But when used strategically, your morning coffee can become a powerful tool to support your erections. The caffeine in coffee stimulates circulation, increases nitric oxide activity, and wakes up your vascular system. This alone has mild benefits for sexual performance, but the real magic happens when you pair coffee with the right natural enhancer, something that boosts blood flow even more, supports testosterone, and protects your arteries from age-related decline. The reason this works so effectively is because erections depend on the ability of your blood vessels to expand rapidly. When nitric oxide levels are high, your arteries relax and widen, allowing more blood to enter the penis and stay there. But as men age, nitric oxide naturally decreases, leading to weaker, slower, or inconsistent erections. This decline is not permanent. It can be restored with the right nutrients, minerals, and antioxidants. By adding a powerful natural ingredient to your coffee, you give your body exactly what it needs to restore nitric oxide, improve endothelial function, and strengthen the blood vessels responsible for erections. Men often spend years trying supplements, medications, or complicated routines, but in reality, small daily habits are far more impactful. The goal is not only to have stronger erections today, but to ensure long-term sexual vitality. When you support your cardiovascular system each morning, you set the foundation for better performance, greater confidence, and healthier aging. This is a simple, practical, and scientifically supported approach that any man can apply regardless of age, whether you are in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond. Your body can still respond, improve, and perform as long as you give it the right tools every single day. Coffee is one of the most widely consumed beverages in the world, yet very few people truly understand how powerful it can be when used with intention. For most men, that morning cup is simply a routine, something to wake them up, sharpen their focus, and help them start the day. But from a biological standpoint, coffee does far more than increase alertness. It stimulates circulation, activates the central nervous system, and supports metabolic processes that directly influence sexual performance. By itself, coffee already improves blood flow, but when combined with the right natural ingredient, its benefits multiply dramatically. This combination can help older men restore vascular function, enhance nitric oxide production, and maintain firm erections even as they grow older. The reason this works comes down to the science of blood flow. Erections rely entirely on the ability of the arteries in the penis to open and allow blood to rush in. When these arteries are flexible, healthy, and responsive, erections become stronger, faster, and easier to maintain. But as men age, these arteries can stiffen, narrowing slowly over time due to inflammation, stress, poor diet, and lack of movement. This gradual decline doesn't feel sudden, but one day a man notices that his erections aren't as firm, don't last as long, or don't respond as quickly as they used to. Instead of viewing this as an unavoidable part of aging, it's more accurate to understand it as a sign of reduced nitric oxide, endothelial damage, and weakened vascular elasticity. This is where coffee becomes a powerful tool. When you add the right natural enhancer to your morning cup, you feed your body flavonoids, antioxidants, and circulation-boosting compounds that directly support the health of your blood vessels. These compounds work by relaxing the inner lining of your arteries, reducing inflammation, and improving the flow of oxygen-rich blood. Each sip becomes an investment in your cardiovascular system and, by extension, your sexual performance. The ingredients you pair with coffee can activate pathways that medications like sildenafil target, except naturally, gently, and consistently over time. Another key benefit is the role coffee plays in hormone balance. Many men don't realize that stress, poor sleep, and chronic inflammation reduce testosterone levels gradually. Coffee, when taken properly and not excessively, helps regulate cortisol and improve insulin sensitivity. When paired with the correct natural ingredient, it supports testosterone production throughout the day. Higher testosterone contributes to better libido, improved energy, and stronger erections. Instead of relying on temporary fixes or external stimulants, this simple morning habit nurtures your hormonal environment in a sustainable way. This approach also empowers men to take control of their health using something they already do every single day. No complicated routines, expensive supplements, or extreme diets, just smart, consistent choices. By optimizing your morning coffee with a scientifically supported natural ingredient, you reclaim your vitality one cup at a time. Over weeks and months, the cumulative effect becomes noticeable: better circulation, more energy, improved confidence, and significantly stronger erections even well into your 70s and beyond. When men think about erection quality, many immediately assume the problem is related to size, stamina, or age. But in reality, weak erections always come down to the health of your blood vessels and the efficiency of nitric oxide production inside the body. Erections are a vascular event, not a muscular one. This means the penis depends on the ability of tiny arteries to open rapidly and allow a surge of blood to fill the erectile chambers. If these blood vessels are blocked, inflamed, stiff, or unable to expand properly, even the strongest desire or best stimulation won't translate into a firm erection. This is why so many men become frustrated as they get older, because they focus on the symptom, not the underlying cause. It's important to understand that nitric oxide is the chemical signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen. Without enough nitric oxide, erections become slower, softer, and harder to maintain. Most men don't realize that nitric oxide levels begin to decline naturally around the age of 30, and the decline becomes more noticeable after 50. Factors like stress, poor diet, lack of exercise, smoking, and high blood pressure accelerate this decline even further. When nitric oxide becomes low, the arteries lose their flexibility, meaning they can't expand fully during arousal. This results in partial erections, inconsistent performance, or complete erectile dysfunction. But the good news is that nitric oxide can be restored naturally. The body is incredibly adaptive and responds quickly when given the right nutrients and daily habits. This is why improving blood flow is far more effective than focusing on temporary fixes or external stimulants. When you strengthen your vascular system, you strengthen your erections. When your blood vessels are healthy, responsive, and elastic, sexual performance becomes stable and reliable again, regardless of age. The real solution is not about stimulating the penis, it's about nourishing the arteries that supply it. One of the most important things men need to realize is that erectile problems are often early warning signs of cardiovascular issues. The penile arteries are much smaller than the arteries of the heart, so they show signs of trouble earlier. If a man begins noticing weaker erections, slower responsiveness, or reduced sensitivity, it often means his blood vessels are losing their elasticity. But instead of panicking, men should see this as an opportunity to reverse the process. With the right daily choices, especially what you consume in the morning, you can rebuild nitric oxide levels and restore vascular function. Another key misunderstanding is believing that erection issues are only psychological. While stress and anxiety can contribute, the foundation remains biological. Even the most confident man cannot override poor blood flow. That's why focusing on circulation is the most reliable long-term strategy. When you support nitric oxide production, reduce inflammation, and nourish your endothelial lining, the body rewards you with firmer, longer-lasting erections. This approach treats the root cause rather than masking the issue. It gives men back control, confidence, and the ability to perform naturally without depending on external aids. Morning routine may seem simple, but it plays a powerful role in shaping your body's hormonal balance, vascular health, and overall energy levels throughout the day. Most men don't realize that what they do in the first hour after waking influences the next 24 hours of performance, physically, mentally, and sexually. The routines you follow either support strong erections or slowly weaken them over time, and one of the easiest, most effective ways to build a stronger foundation for sexual health is through consistent morning habits that target blood flow and inflammation. Your body wakes up in a state of repair. During sleep, your cells regenerate, your arteries relax, and your hormones reset. Testosterone in particular reaches its highest point early in the morning. This natural morning peak is one of the reasons men often experience morning erections. But as you age, if your morning habits do not support this hormonal rhythm, testosterone production declines faster, and this directly affects your sexual performance. Starting your day with a routine that enhances blood circulation, increases nitric oxide production, and protects your arteries can sustain strong erections well into your later years. One of the most effective habits is hydration. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your blood becomes slightly thicker due to dehydration. Thicker blood flows more slowly and places more strain on your blood vessels. This can reduce the quality of your erections, especially in older men. Drinking water before your morning coffee improves circulation, supports kidney function, and prepares your vascular system for the day. Even something as simple as warm water with a slice of lemon can reduce inflammation and help maintain stable energy levels. Next, movement plays a significant role. You don't need an intense workout first thing in the morning. Even a 10-minute walk, some gentle stretching, or a few deep breathing exercises can increase oxygen flow throughout your body. This stimulates nitric oxide release, opens up your arteries, and improves the direction and pressure of blood going to the pelvic region. When done consistently, this habit alone can noticeably strengthen erection quality in a matter of weeks. Then comes the diet component, which often gets overlooked. Many men start their morning with high sugar foods or heavy carbohydrates without realizing that these choices lead to insulin spikes, energy crashes, and increased inflammation. When inflammation rises, your arteries stiffen and your nitric oxide levels drop. This directly weakens your erection quality. Choosing healthier morning options like black coffee with a natural enhancer, fruits rich in antioxidants, or a protein-based breakfast keeps your metabolism stable and supports vascular health throughout the day. Finally, stress management in the morning is essential. High stress increases cortisol, and cortisol suppresses testosterone. Many men start their day rushing, worrying, or checking stressful messages. Taking even 2 minutes to breathe deeply, center your thoughts, or practice mindfulness can lower cortisol and create a hormonal environment that supports strong erections. When you combine these simple morning habits, hydration, movement, mindful eating, and circulation boosting coffee, you create a powerful daily routine that keeps your sexual health strong for decades. This isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things consistently every single morning. Natural compounds like antioxidants, minerals, and polyphenols play a far more important role in male sexual health than most men realize. While many people assume that erectile strength is mainly about testosterone or sexual stimulation, the truth is much deeper. Erections depend on the health, flexibility, and responsiveness of your blood vessels, and the health of those blood vessels depends heavily on the nutrients you consume every day. When you feed your body the right compounds, especially those found in natural plant-based sources, you protect your arteries, support your hormonal balance, and keep your sexual performance strong even as you move into your 60s and 70s. Antioxidants are one of the most powerful tools for preserving blood vessel health. Over time, oxidative stress damages the endothelial lining, the delicate inner surface of your arteries. When this lining becomes inflamed or stiff, it becomes much harder for blood vessels to relax and widen during arousal. This directly limits how much blood can enter the penis, resulting in weaker, shorter, or inconsistent erections. Antioxidants neutralize the free radicals responsible for this damage. When your body has a steady supply of antioxidants, your arteries stay smooth, flexible, and capable of expanding quickly when needed. This is why natural antioxidant-rich ingredients can rival even pharmaceutical options in supporting erectile strength. Minerals play another crucial role. Minerals such as magnesium, zinc, and potassium are essential for nerve function, blood pressure control, and hormonal regulation. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels and reduces muscle tension, allowing smoother blood flow throughout the body. Zinc is directly involved in testosterone production. Low zinc almost always leads to lower testosterone levels, reduced libido, and poor erection quality. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure, preventing the arteries from narrowing under pressure. When these minerals work together, they create a biological environment that supports strong, long-lasting erections. Polyphenols found in ingredients like cacao, berries, tea, and certain herbs are perhaps the most underrated natural compounds for male sexual performance. Polyphenols improve endothelial function, increase nitric oxide availability, and reduce inflammation inside the arteries. They essentially teach your blood vessels to behave like younger, more elastic vessels. Studies consistently show that polyphenols increase nitric oxide levels naturally, which is the very mechanism targeted by erectile dysfunction medications. The difference is that polyphenols do this gently and continuously, supporting long-term vascular repair rather than providing a temporary boost. Another powerful benefit of these natural compounds is their ability to protect testosterone from oxidative damage. As men age, testosterone production slows, and cortisol, the stress hormone, rises. Antioxidants and polyphenols help reduce cortisol, balance hormones, and protect the testicular tissue involved in testosterone production. This means higher natural testosterone levels, better libido, and stronger erections without relying on synthetic supplements. When you combine antioxidants, minerals, and polyphenols into your daily routine, particularly in your morning coffee, you create a powerful natural system for protecting your sexual health. These compounds keep your arteries young, your testosterone stable, and your circulation strong. Over weeks and months, the benefits compound, giving you firmer, more reliable erections and overall better vitality long into your older years. What you add to your morning coffee has the power to transform your sexual health more effectively than most men realize. While many people view coffee as just a source of energy, when combined with the right natural ingredient, it becomes a daily therapeutic ritual for your blood vessels, hormones, and overall vitality. The truth is that small, consistent habits have a greater impact on erection strength than occasional supplements or short-term solutions. A simple addition to your daily coffee can improve circulation, lower inflammation, support testosterone, and strengthen the health of the arteries responsible for erections. The reason this works so well is because the morning is the most influential time for your metabolic and hormonal systems. When you wake up, your body is in a fasted state, your cells are more responsive, and your blood vessels are more sensitive to nutrients. This means that whatever you consume first thing in the morning has a stronger effect than anything you take later in the day. Adding a natural enhancer to your coffee ensures that your bloodstream is immediately supplied with antioxidants, minerals, and nitric oxide boosting compounds that support the vascular system that powers erections. It's the perfect moment to nourish your arteries and prime them for the entire day ahead. One powerful effect of adding the right ingredient to your coffee is increased nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is the molecule that relaxes blood vessels allowing them to expand and carry more blood into the penis during arousal. As men age, nitric oxide levels decline, which is one of the main causes of softer, slower, or inconsistent erections. But natural flavonoids and polyphenols found in ingredients like raw cacao help restore nitric oxide levels while protecting the endothelial lining from damage. By doing this daily, you keep the arteries youthful, flexible, and highly responsive. Over time, this leads to stronger, more reliable, and more natural erections. Another important benefit is hormone regulation. Many men overlook how much hormones, especially testosterone and cortisol, influence their sexual performance. Certain natural compounds added to coffee help reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that suppresses testosterone. When morning cortisol is balanced, the body maintains its natural testosterone rhythm throughout the day. This contributes to higher libido, better confidence, improved mood, and stronger erections. Coffee becomes more than a morning drink, it becomes a tool to protect your hormonal balance. Inflammation control is another major factor. Chronic inflammation stiffens blood vessels and disrupts blood flow. Natural additions rich in antioxidants help reduce inflammation at the vascular level, allowing blood to flow smoothly and efficiently into the pelvic region. This creates long-term improvements, not just temporary boosts. Consistency is what makes this routine extremely effective. A daily cup of coffee fortified with powerful nutrients gently rebuilds your vascular health day after day. Over weeks, you notice improved energy, better stamina, and firmer erections. Over months, you protect your cardiovascular system and slow down sexual aging dramatically. One small addition to your coffee can create the foundation for lifelong sexual strength. As we wrap up, I want you to remember one simple truth. Your sexual health is not determined by your age, but by the choices you make every single day. Strength, vitality, and confidence are not lost overnight. They fade slowly when your blood vessels, hormones, and daily habits are neglected. And the good news is that they can be restored just as steadily. Your body is designed to heal, to respond, and to rebuild itself when you give it the right support. That morning cup of coffee you drink every day can be so much more than a routine. It can be the foundation of a healthier heart, better circulation, stronger erections, and a more confident you. Don't wait for problems to grow or for your energy to decline further. Small, intelligent decisions create powerful long-term results. When you add the right natural enhancer to your coffee and pair it with consistent habits, you're not just improving your performance, you're improving your life. You're investing in your health, your relationships, and your well-being. You're proving to yourself that you still have strength, drive, and vitality no matter what age you are. Your erections are a reflection of your inner health. And when you choose to care for that inner health, everything else follows: energy, masculinity, confidence, connection, and longevity. Start today. Start with one simple step. Start with your morning and let that small change become the reason you feel stronger, healthier, and more in control than ever before.